All right. Still May 3rd. I think I'm approaching a shelter where hopefully I'll be able to get some water. Not really sure what's going on with this whole fucking microphone situation, but something is getting tangled up, so apologies for that. Third time talking today. I suppose this injury has made me chatty. Yeah, I'm definitely going downhill now, so that's good. I'm struggling today, physically. I keep thinking just over and over again of that scene from The Matrix when Agent Smith is like, Why do you continuously get up after us? Like, just asking Neo why he keeps standing up after he's getting his ass kicked. And Neo's like, because I choose to, or something like that. And, it's pretty amazing how slow I'm going and just how many times I've had to stop. You know, it's pretty humbling because I've gone by so many people in this journey who looked like they were struggling, and I was just flying past just with complete facility. Plus facile, as Dad would say. It was easier for me. But now, today, I'm just like, there's no right way to walk uphill, downhill, on flat ground. It's all painful. I'm praying to God that this is the worst of it. It's still actually not that bad because I have the ability to choose to go forward. And will that fuck me tomorrow? Will I wake up unable to walk at all? I mean, maybe. It's hard to say. But in the present moment, despite the pain and the discomfort and the the mental part where I'm just worrying that I'm doing damage to myself, I'm still choosing to go forward. And at this point, let me actually do some calculations, because this would be interesting and it wouldn't hurt me to take a small little break right here. So, okay, I've stopped. I'm going downhill, which should mean toward the shelter. So, it's 12:48. I left at 8:45, so let's say 9, 10, 11, 12. So say I've been here for 4 hours. So typically 4 hours times 3, I should be at least 12 miles down the road. And I am 603.6. Let me do a little bit of math. 603.6. So 4 hours to go, 9.7 miles. Then I'm not even there yet. 9.7 divided by 4. So I'm going at a 2.5 mile an hour pace. And again, that's being generous to myself because I'm not actually at the shelter yet. I do believe I'm approaching it because I'm doing the downhill now, which I have more of an ability to go downhill than anything, which again, some water, nice, points to the fact that this is an injury that I sustained while doing the thing that I feel like I'm best at, which is going uphill. So, yeah, I need to temper, slight uphill now. I need to temper my enthusiasm, my leg doesn't actually feel all that bad right now. I think maybe it's warmed up again. I took a pretty good break at the first point that I could reference. It was a gravel road. It was like the first thing you come to after leaving the shelter, and I think it was 6.5 miles down the road or something like that. And I ate an entire pack of dates with peanut butter. Oh, another frog. Had a dry coffee, drank a liter of water, had a movement, really just kind of took my time, and it was 20 minutes maybe, and it seemed like it took a really long time for me to warm up again to where I could move without having to I wasn't constantly stopping, but I will say from the point where I did stop, it was a lot of uphill, and warming up on uphill did not feel so good. But again, this is like a humbling experience, and it doesn't feel so deleterious that I resent it yet. I kind of appreciate this day for what it is. Again, all my various injuries, which seemed quite real and pressing at the time, did ultimately heal themselves and go away. And so I have no reason to believe that this one won't do similarly. And, again, it gives me a break in the routine of what my days typically are, which always inspires more reflection and, I guess introspection as well. Because you're alone all day. So you're alone in the woods at that. I've got podcasts and I've got music. So it's not as if I'm really out here without stimulation. My thoughts aren't super unhinged or anything like that. I'm actually listening to the most recent Father John Misty, God's Favorite Customer. I think that's the name of it. Because it seemed like, it seemed like a good album to listen to right now. It's like not super fast paced. It's not, it just feels right. And yeah, I'm just slowly making my way. If it took me 4 hours, that means there'll be another 4 hours from another 5 hours probably. So I don't know if I'll get into the campsite at 6 or 7 tonight. I could push pretty good after I get some more water for a couple hours, but even still at 2.4 miles an hour, which I'm still not even to the shelter yet, so that's still an inflated figure. That's 5 hours at least to go, 21 miles. I need to go another 11 from the shelter, really 12, which is kind of fucked. But I'm gonna keep choosing to do so. I think I just caught a pretty smelling whiff, which is a good sign. Not really sure how close I am to that shelter, where it would be really. There's been a lot of water locations. Looks like places where little streams could emerge. That's typically a sign that a good site for a shelter is approaching. Going uphill again. Anyway, I wanted to just document this moment of weakness because I think it's valuable. The fool that persists in his folly shall become wise. Hopefully 4 days from now I can look back on this day and I can say, wow, I was in a lot of pain then, and it was because I did something ill-advised, moronic even. And now, oh fucking Christ, oh Jesus, fucking tripping over goddamn fucking rocks all goddamn day. Jesus fucking Christ. Composure regained. I can look back and say, well, I value a body that has no issues with it. I'm going to do what I can to maintain that status of body once I regain it. Gotta be careful. I cannot be tripping over rocks. Any kind of jarring sensation like that could really, really hurt me today. So I'm careful. I need to be careful. I need to be cautious. I'm guessing the shelter is going to be, I don't know. I have no idea. I'm thirsty though. I'm not super thirsty, but I have no water. I'm looking forward to drinking a liter at the water source of the shelter and then filtering 2 more liters to take with me and then heading on. So I'll take my water bottles, I'll take my Sawyer pouches, I'll take my seat pad, and I'll have a little break. Should be pretty glorious. And in the meantime, I'll go back to Father John Misty. I suggest you check out the album as well. It's an interesting one. I think he's pretty close to a psychotic break, if the lyrics of the album are any indication. And it's just interesting when you consider that his last album, I guess 2 albums ago, I Love You Honey Bear, it was such a polar opposite manic swing. Just kind of gives him some, god damn it, some fucking texture as an artist, which is something that I appreciate. Hopefully there's somebody at the shelter. I can have a little bit of conversation, get my mind off myself. But even if there's not, that's just another character building thing. I mean, likelihood of someone being at this shelter at 1 p.m. seems pretty low. But, you know, some people do low mile days, post up at shelters for hours on end and just chill. So, yeah. Christ, what a fuck. I've obviously gone off the deep end of cussing again now that Dad's gone. It's too bad. Here's the shelter sign. And I am 1.2 miles from State Road 608. Alright, well, I'm going down to the shelter. So, we'll talk to you later. And yeah, hope your leg doesn't hurt as much as mine. Bye for now.